Hey guys, what's up, Redactions here and welcome back to this brand new video. Today I'm going to share with you 5 F1 mods for Assetto Corsa that you will definitely need. Now this is not a top 5, so the cars are not in any particular order, so without further ado, let's dive into the first one. So the first car on the list is actually two cars. They're the McLaren MP420 and the Renault R25, both made by VRC modding team. Now the reason I've put these two cars together is because they really belong to each other. They are very different in handling, but their lap times are very comparable. Now of course they're both from the 2005 F1 season, and in that season they have given us some pretty cool battles, which made them very iconic of course. Now the Renault is a beast in a straight line, but it suffers a bit in the corners, whilst the McLaren has a bucket load of grip, but that one struggles on straight line speed. Wanna know the best thing about these cars? They're completely free and their pay level of quality. Now for every car I will link a previous video that I have made featuring that given car in the top right hand corner and in the description. In the description of the video that I have linked in the top right hand corner, you will find every single mod that is used in that particular video. So head over to the top right hand corner if you want to get the mod. The next car on the list is a Formula Hybrid 2021 by RYZEN Studio, or really just any Formula Hybrid mod. The one on your screen right now is a Formula Hybrid 2021 mod, which you can of course guess is based on the F1 2021 regulations. Every year RSS makes a generic Formula 1 car based on that year's regulations. Their mods are very high quality, feel very good to drive and have an absolute butt ton of mods to put on them so that you can create your own custom experience. They even made a 2022 spec car already, back in 2019 actually, and I think it's a pretty good take on how these cars are going to feel, but maybe they're a bit too slow, but yeah, we'll see that when the season starts. Anyways, the 2022 car is definitely worth the €3 price tag, and I believe that their older cars are actually free now. So once again, in the information icon I have linked an older video with this car with all the relevant mod links in the description. So before we move on to the next car, I would like to say a big thank you to everyone who has supported the channel over the last few weeks. You guys are currently making it possible for me to continue my real life racing career. By the way, if you're curious about my racing, check the top right hand corner. So anyway, if you're enjoying the content and are not currently subscribed, please consider liking this video and subscribing. For you it is only a couple of clicks, but for me it is literally the reason to keep making these videos. So a sub would be very much appreciated. Anyway, the next car on the list is once again a car by RYZEN Studio. This time however, it is the Formula RSS 1990 V12. Better known as the Ferrari 641. This V12 powered monster is an absolute joy to drive, and they have done a great job in capturing that 90s F1 spirit. In this period of F1, new technologies started showing up, like driver aids and pedal shifters. This particular one was only the second car ever to feature pedal shifters, which was invented by Ferrari the previous year. If you combine this car with the right track and the right mods, like you're seeing on your screen right now, it is a lot of fun. Again, a link to all mods are in the top right hand corner right now. So next up we have a car that's actually not a mod. It's the officially licensed Ferrari F2004 made by Cuno Simulazione, the developers of Assetto Corsa. Now this car was actually made in cooperation with Ferrari and using real data from the F2004. However, its engine power is actually lower than what it was in real life for some reason. Anyway, this car is probably the most fun to drive out of any car on this list. It can do the same sort of lap times as the 2021 car whilst being 17 years older, which is pretty cool in my opinion. This car was part of the Ferrari 70th anniversary DLC, so if you have that or the Ultimate Edition of Assetto Corsa, you're all set. Anyway, a brilliant car, it is linked in the top right hand corner, and let's move on. Now before we get to the last one, I just want to quickly go over a few honourable mentions. The last gen F2 car by RSS is a really good one to pick up for free. I know it's not an F1 car, but it's still worth mentioning. Same goes for their current Formula 3 car. Some others I would like to cover are all the other cars by VRC, like their 1997 and 2007 cars. They're all free, so they're definitely worth downloading. Also, go take a look at the AERO Formula team. They have some awesome 90s F1 cars, and the best ones are actually free. All of these links will be in the description, and we'll now move on to the last car. Now the last car I will recommend to you is VRC's McLaren MP44. This thing is just a beast. The MP44 is the car that won Ayrton Senna his first driver's title back in 1988. It is also the last of the turbo-powered monsters, which produced well over 1000 horsepower with the turbo cranked all the way up. The fact that the AERO is pretty much non-existent on this car makes this thing even more difficult to drive. Anyway, this thing is a fun challenge and very satisfying to drive. The fact that it's also free makes it even better. I actually never made a video about this car, so I'll just put the link in the description. So guys, that was it for this video. 5 great F1 cars I can recommend to anyone who plays Assetto Corsa on PC. Now if you thought this video was useful or entertaining, please consider smashing that like and subscribe buttons. There will be 2 other videos on screen right now that you might enjoy, but for now, that was it. Peace.